high-risk investment. Trading on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Before deciding to trade, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. The possibility exists that you could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment, and therefore you should not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risks associated with trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Market opinions. Any opinions, news, research, analyses, prices, or other information contained on this video is provided as general market commentary and does not constitute investment advice. Master the Markets will not accept liability for any loss or damage, including without limitation to any loss of profit, which may arise directly or indirectly from use of or reliance on such information.
Hello traders, welcome to our live trading workshop webinar. Here I am looking at the DAX trade. In fact, I think it's going to get triggered very soon. So just bear with me, I'll just quickly dive in and actually place this trade at the moment. And then we will start to explain and our format and all of that. So you can watch me do that. I think I'll do on the 15 over here and a buy stop at 24073. And target for 24020, and then take profit level at 24099, and there we go. So we placed all of that in there. So wait and see how that carries on to be. Now, in the other thing, what I'm going to be taking a look at is, I was taking a look at the other instruments, but we'll do that together later on. We'll just do this now. The other thing I quickly need to do, just bear with me on this one here. It just is start, that's fine. Let me do this very quickly. Just bear with me just a little bit. So that for Telegram channel people, I can send them the signal so that you guys can get it on the Telegram as well. So let me do that very quickly here. Yeah, so here, there we go. And let me do that. Could be fast to the market because you don't know what is going to, when it's going to just trigger off, isn't it? 24073. It should come through very shortly. 24020. And I'm putting a target 24099. Okay, so that's where we are at. And 1 for the 512, isn't it? That's what we're going for. So submit that. I think you guys should get that very soon. Right, good. So we got that through out of the way. So on our Telegram channel, those of you want to join it, you can see the link as well over there. And you can see how that goes on to be. So, right, and I'll look for other trades as well. Now, for the time being, what I'm just going to just give you all an overview first is how do we actually conduct this, actually is live trading workshop webinars for those who are coming in new for the first time. What we usually do, traders, is that, let me just bring this up. First, we look at, I just need to pause, to put a pause on the share. Now you should be able to see this. What we usually do is we take a look at some live trading trades, potential trades, okay? And then we actually describe the philosophy and the concept behind it. What are we looking at? Very systematic way of looking at it. And then after that, we will also be taking a look at the topic for the day. Now today, the boys have told me to prepare the topic on the supply and demand zones, okay? So we will take a look at that. And then finally, the third thing we will look at is Q&A. I know, yeah, the last time you did ask for some questions, but I only saw it at the end and we were running out of time, but I'll do my best to answer any questions. Please, if you got any questions, definitely do ask me at the end, even with any of the strategies that we're describing here, and we'll be able to answer that, okay? So let's go through this now on what's happening here in terms of the trades that we are looking at. Okay, let me go and analyze that very quickly. Now, for those of you coming in for the first time, this is our live trading workshop webinar, so welcome to it. We do it every Wednesdays on our Master the Markets channel. Today is an exception. We're doing it on Tuesday because tomorrow I'll be attending an event in London. That's in Expert Empires, is being a hit speaker. One of that is Vishen Lakhani, right? So he's going to be there. It's on trading and psychology, basically. We're going to be attending. A lot of business owners will be there. That's why today we're doing it on Tuesday, but generally we do it on Wednesday, and we do it on Thursdays on Trade Guider's channel. So for this week, we'll do it on Friday through Trade Guider, Gavin Holmes and his team. The other thing is, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Thirun Alpan, founder of Master the Markets, Elite Traders Conference, and the Traders Open Day. Okay, so with that said, guys can always find out about us for those of you joining in new. Let's go and take a look at the trade for today on the DAX. I believe the DAX just got triggered over here right now. You can see that just on the Telegram, I think it did get triggered. This one will get triggered right now. So that's where you got triggered now. What is the reasoning behind all of these trades? So let's take a look now. But before I take a look at that, I'm quickly going to flick through the other ones. Let me see on the 1 hour as well, whether on the cable, whether we're getting anything. That's a lower stretch being taken out there. On the 1 hour, that's on the downside as well. On the daily, it just went on the upside. 4 hour, it's still strong on the uptrend. We might get a reversal on this, but not sure if you'll get it for today. That's fine. We'll take a look at it. In fact, we all have been, a lot of our traders, our clients, we got a signal on this in terms of strategy rules, basically on cable to go long on the end of day, but that is for longer term, not for longer term, actually 2-3 days only. DAX, I already checked it, is going towards our target here. As you can see, it's quite strong strength, buying strength coming in. I did check the volume before as well. Let me just quickly just take a look at that. Yesterday, I was taking a look at the dollar yen trade I was looking at, but didn't have much volume behind it. Let me see if I can bring up the DAX chart over here. We are looking for people, mainly traders, to trade these strategies. I mean, it'd be great learning. We will be overseeing you guys and we'll be monitoring your progress. So if you guys are interested in that as well, we can definitely inviting traders in, okay? So do contact us at client service if you want to explore those opportunities, all right? On the DAX here, you can see in terms of the volume, it's just gone through the second moving average over there. That's the only thing I can see. Quite steady volume here that we have seen. And there's a little bit of testing here as well. A large volume spike happened here where it did supporting that bottom here is what we can see. So we'll wait and see how that carries on to be. Not the very unusual volume spikes we are seeing here, but we'll see whether it carries on to our short target over there, okay? So it's probably testing the area. We'll see how that goes. And gold, on the other hand, what we can see over here, gold is on a downtrend here. Let me just quickly take a look on the stretch side of things. I'll give you all some reference videos later. This is taken the upper stretch. Is it correlating with my time frames? Let me take a look. 4 hour, not really. 1 hour. 1 hour is on the upside, right? Not a clear-cut signal here. So I want something where it's pretty straightforward a little bit. This is okay. Not very happy about this one here. It is consolidating. It will support it. For today's bar, will it do it? I'll come back to this in a minute. Not the best of trades I'm looking at. Brent has been consolidating for a little bit. Take a look at 4 hour. It's towards the upside. 1 hour upside as well. This could be something. but it has been doing it for quite some time. On the 15-minute, let me take a look over here. On the 15-minute, what are we having over here, traders? On the 15-minute, it's taken out both, isn't it? The latest one is here. Latest one is here on the upper stretch line. It's taken out this one here. So this could be something that we can take a look at. And it's coming back in again, isn't it? It's a long chop and a consolidation. The 1 ATR level will be 24 cents, isn't it? Is it coming out of that in right now? Let's take a look. DAX is still on the upside. That's good. Let me open up another one. Maybe we don't need this one. Let me open up another one. Brent oil here. Right. Let me see Brent oil here. Just going to check the volume. The volume side of things, which you're seeing at the bottom, that's been done by Trade Guide and the team, Gavin Holmes and his team. Seeing big volume spike over here, where it came. And then after that, another one coming here. That could be one that we could take a look at over here. Then we're having some gray dots happening here as well. So that's something we can take a look at. Not the best of my setups because it's right in the middle, isn't it? It's right in the middle at the moment. The ratio is not that great. Okay, let me just keep flicking. Let me see if I see anything else a bit more obvious. This one, 1 hour. Let me see. Silver could be something. The last one that it took out was the upper stretch there. Has it taken out this 80% range at the moment? Let me see. 0.8 times 67, 56 cents, 52. We can capture something here, traders, I believe. Yeah. So let me check this one then, how it goes. So far, so good. Not very good in terms of his ratio. And the final one I'll take a look at is euro dollar. It's on the upside. 15-minute is towards the downside, it's saying. Yeah, not getting a clear. I think as of now, on the 15-minute, it's saying towards the down, isn't it? It's taken out its upside in the beginning. We can take a note of this as well. And we'll see. I'm not getting any clear-cut signals at the moment. I think probably one more would be silver and Brent. Okay, let me just write that down. Silver and Brent. Okay. No, it was silver and euro, wasn't it? And the last one I'll quickly take a look at is the dollar yen trade. Dollar yen was on the upside. 1 hour. 1 hour is on the downside as well. Now this could be something. Now, has it done its, yeah, I think I did check this. This had done its range, isn't it? 0.8, 150, that's about 120. Yeah, it's done its range. So not the best again for our site for this purposes of this strategy, okay? So now traders, thanks for staying with me through that. So now let's go through the reasoning behind the DAX trade and everything, right? And then we will take a look at this. So the 180 actually closed much a bit more lower here, isn't it? 2 o'clock it did confirm. So let's take a look. So this one is 30. So it will be a bit lesser than that. 24094. 24094. But to do its range, it should be able to do it. Okay. I'll quickly do this thing. 0.8 times 289. Those have been following us for quite a while. You'll understand what I'm doing, but I'm going to explain for everyone else very shortly. 24072 at the moment. So when we did enter it, Yeah, so let me just quickly just take a look at that. 0.8 times 289, right? Let me just get this right. That's 231. So the 231 here, okay, that's good. So in terms of its, let me see, of its 30 points here, isn't it, is what we're saying. We did get that. Yeah, that's fine for there. I'll just calculate this one here. Again, this is 30 points here. So close 24065, 24065 plus the 30 points. That's your 24095. So here, because you close lower, I'll put one here as well. And then our other target will be at the same place, okay? 24099, okay? And we'll wait and see how that goes. Or that's for the breakout is what we are having, right? So, okay, good. So we got all that. Now, explanation time, right? So what do we do here on this strategy before we go on this cancel take profit? What did I do over there? I think I messed that up a little bit. Let me see. That's what happens when you got too many dialog boxes. So I just need to change this one back to 24099, wasn't it? Let me just quickly do that. Close. Hi, 24071 plus 24. Let me just do that. This was here, wasn't it? 24071 plus 28 is what I got, but right now it's 30. 24071. Let me do that one more time. 24071 plus 30, wasn't it, traders? So 24101, right? 24101. So let me do that here. 24101, yeah? Okay, good. So there we go. We got all of that in. Right, so now let's explain this. The one more thing I need is the other target, isn't it? Let me just see this one. Here, 0.8 times 289 is what we got. 0.8 times 289. Those of you who've been a bit late in entering, you still got time because it's hovering around the entry point. 231 is what I'm getting. So the low, 23897. So 231 plus 23897 is 23897. 24128. Okay, 24128 is our next target that you can take a look at to fulfill the range for today. Okay, tax has been kind. It's just been going in one direction. Let's see how it does today. Every day is a new day. Okay, so that's a second target that you can also start to take a look at. In fact, let me see on the 1 hour. This is looking good because it consolidated. Now it's coming back up again, isn't it? So you know what? We can, and it's taken out the last range as well. So this is all good. I can show you all this in real time now. What I will also do, traders, is at the moment, I will also do another target here, right? So how do we do this one here? So just trade, this one, stop limit. I'll copy it from here, 24020. And by right, the other target is 24128, isn't it? And we'll see how that plans out to be, okay? In fact, let me do this one here. If you all want to put another target, you can do that. as well. 24071, and then the 24020, and then the 24128. Okay. Submit. No, so it won't do that. Okay. 24020, and then 24128. Okay, I'll just put another order in there, right? So with another target over there, okay? So wait and see how that plans out to be on terms of that. So now let's go through all of this explanation at the moment. So we start off first with the trend alignments, okay? So on the daily time frame, what I can see over here is that if I go back to here, our trend alignment tables. Now, those of you who are looking for some reference videos, what I would suggest is if you go on to our 7 steps to CTP, I would say begin with that first, okay? 7 steps to CTP is the first step you should be beginning with, okay? Watch through the videos, put your name, email, number if you want to get live trading updates, and then also any events that we're going to or anything straight to your phone. And then click on the green button after you click on I'm not a robot. After that, you get the 7 videos sent to your inbox, and then you can watch this at your own free time, okay? But these are really very powerful videos, over 15 years of collated research. The other one that you can also take a look at is the YouTube, our YouTube channel, growing very nicely and steadily. You can see that on the live section, okay, when we're going live over here. But before I tell you that, those of you already subscribed to it, just make sure that you click on the all bell icon. This is the only way that you get notified every time we go live, okay? Then you can just play it on the background and you can just watch it whenever you want as well, okay? Now, under here, if you have missed the live or anything, or you want to revisit the content, then you can go back to here and watch all of that. Now, one of the things I will highly recommend, those of you joining in for the first time or want to revisit it, 2 things I will refer, because today I'll just skim through it. But if you want to look through it a bit more, one is the trend alignment tables, okay? So here, some really good content here that this is I'm going through it. What I would recommend is the trend alignment tables. Let me see. It's not written here, isn't it? There should be one. There we go. How to set up trend alignment tables. There we go. Right. This one is the one that you got to take a look at in terms of the video. It's a reference video over here. And then the other thing what I would highly recommend is you also can take a look at this stretch principle video here. Okay. This one here, right? This one here. Watch all the 5 videos under the playlist. Also, then you got time, then you can look through the other ones. STA Talk is very good. The one we did with Tom Basso, Market Visit, it was amazing doing that because I remember reading Market Visit's book and thinking of, one day hopefully we can meet all these market visits. And when we did it, that dream came a reality. We'll get more traders to come on, and then so that you guys can keep continuously learning from different people and also get re-inspired, isn't it? Very important. Good. So now, enough of all that said. So let's go finally to understanding this trend alignment tables. Let me do it. Those of you who already been with us, you will understand this. I'll do it together with you guys. So on the daily time frame, this is daily uptrend phase 1. My only concern, it's very low open equity at the moment. On the 4-hour, if you take a look over here, on the 4-hour, right? On the 4-hour, what is it actually doing? On the 4-hour, it's also an uptrend phase 1 as well, okay? Uptrend phase 1 as well that it's doing, okay? On the 1-hour time frame, let's take a look on the 1-hour time frame, okay, that we are having here. So let's take a look. On the 1-hour time frame, it's also an uptrend phase 1. It just took out the range from before, okay? So that's an uptrend phase 1 as well. On the 15-minute, let me take a look at that as well. On the 15-minute, which we took a look just now, is still dancing around on the 15-minute, you can see that it's also a uptrend phase 1. So across all the time frames, it's uptrend phase 1. Okay, that's what we can see over here. Now, in terms of the stretch, right? Now, in terms of the stretch, which one has it taken out? The most recent one. In fact, what we can see, traders, it's only taken out the lower stretch, but it's taken out its range high, okay, most recently. That's what it's done, okay? So not the best of setups, but I would just say low, but latest, I would just say here, low, but the latest is towards taken out the upper ranges, upper range, okay? Upper range is what I would say. And then 50% OE is 1 ATR, that's fine. 0.8 ATR range, no. A bias, let me just revisit that one more time. So you see, in terms of the ratio that we are seeing also here, yeah, most of the thing, the ratio, this is not our typical setup that we will be looking at for today, because you see, what I'm looking for, if you observe, the most of the highest tail is coming from here, right, to the low side. I am expecting actually the range to form to the upside, but I'm looking to actually form it through the smaller range from open, not the ideal case scenario we always look at, but that is how it's forming for today. So we can actually put a lower risk in terms of this when you want to take this particular trade. In fact, understanding that, what I will do is, because it is towards the downside there as well, what I'll do is I'll take out some of the trade here. So if I take out 1/5 or half, that's fine, isn't it? So that's what I will do. So in fact, it's not the best setup that I just found. Sometimes, you know, after you're in the trade, you will see that, you know what, in analysis, it's not as good as we thought it is, okay? So what I'll do is, I'll do this. I'll take out 8 off the table, take a small loss, it's fine, so that it doesn't go into a bigger one, okay? So we'll do that. We just scaled out of that, right? And but that's better, okay? Because as I said, it's not our best setups, because I'm looking for it to form its range through its stretch, okay? I'll explain that in a minute, okay? So you can do that as well. On the signal, I wouldn't know how to do that, but I've shown you that anyway. Okay, good. So now I've shown you this in terms of trend alignment and direction alignment, okay, so far, right? Trend alignment and direction alignment I've shown you. Now, the stretch principle, what does it mean and what was I looking at in terms of the range? Okay, so let's break that down a little bit before I go to today's topic, actually. In fact, we can actually learn something from here as well, the supply and demand zones, isn't it? I will go through that. In fact, there's one happening here, right? As you can see. Right, but before that, I go on to the topic. Let me just explain this, and you guys can review this later on as well, okay? So what you have to observe here is that when a bar forms, okay, over here, my whole premise of this strategy is capturing the range of the bar, okay? The range of the bar, right? Now, in terms of capturing the range of the bar, what I'm doing is, traders, I am also taking a look at, in relation how the range forms in relation to the open. Our ideal scenario is, if I want to capture, this is our smaller range from open, or we call the stretch. You can revisit the videos which I've referenced you there. And this is a bigger range from the open. If I am looking to capture the bigger range from open, and ideally I want the bigger range from open to also fill the range as well, okay? The bigger range from open to fill the range as well. This is my ideal scenario, what I want if I'm taking towards a long. But sometimes you will get a scenario where you will get a long tail like this, which is what we are observing in the DAX, and then you'll get your range being formed with the stretch. But every trend and everything is aligning towards your side, okay? This is another one. This is not my ideal scenarios, and that's why I scaled out a little bit in terms of the trade, okay? Just now as you saw, right? And also the volume is not really very obvious over there, okay? So this is the premise. So now, if I want to show that to you, this is what you can also observe. So you see, at the moment, you can see, you can read from here. This is one of our clients designed that indicator. This is 185, okay, points at the moment, okay? The range of this bar is 185, okay? But if you see, there's a bigger tail to the bottom and then a very small one to the top, isn't it? From the open to the top, okay? From the open, so you see the blue line is the open, yeah? From the open to the low, that's about 142 points, okay, 142. And to the top, okay, to the top, from the open to the highest point it's gone to as of now, that is 42 points, okay, that's 42 points. So this is how it's making up its range, isn't it? 42 plus 142 at the moment, that's how it's doing its 184 overall, yeah? Which is what you're seeing on the daily time frame here, okay? That's how it's being divided, isn't it, traders? Yeah, this bar here is what I've drawn to you, but segregated it with the reference to the open, okay? Now, what we are now looking for is, if I did 80% even of that range, 289.46, you will see over here is that, I did that just now, didn't I? It's 231, okay, 231. So what I am saying is, if it does to its 231 to the upside from the open, yeah, so how much does it still need to go up further again? So if you just do that, 231 minus your 142, that would be 89. So 89 minus the 42. So what it needs to do is needs to go another, take out that high, go another 47 points, and then it will form basically like this. This is what we are projecting, isn't it, right? We are actually projecting actually 89 and 142. Now, if it does that, then we'll get our 231 for the day, which is 80% of the ATR range, giving leeway for spikes and all that, and so on and so forth, okay? So this is what we are looking for. But if you observe, right, in today's bar, what I'm seeing is I'm looking to make the range through the stretch, okay, right? That's what we're looking for. Okay, it might still be a green bar, right? It might still be a green bar, right? Eventually, maybe we might close higher, right? But still, it's closed higher on its stretch, the smaller range from the open, okay? So that's the premise of this, but usually these are not my favorite setups, but everything was aligning. And that's why I also scaled up a bit of that trade also as well, okay? Right, so this is the premise on how we take a look at this thing. The other thing I also want to tell you is that your probability for it to go up higher increases when it takes out also the range, its last high. So the last high it did was here, okay? Now, when it does that, when it takes out its last range, so let me see, the high of that one there is 24081, and the high of this is 24082, you see? It's taken out its last high as well, you see? Right? When it does that, then you can see that there's a higher probability that this will become the low side for today, and then that will keep carrying on further. That's another way. But it will be more clearer if this was a stretch. But today, it doesn't look like it's a stretch. It's going to form a bar like this, which I explained, right? And it's going to form its smaller range from open to the upside, okay? But through doing that, it's going to create its range. That's our probability basis, is what we're looking at. And let's see whether we get that right or not. But it's logical. And the reason why I'm taking it towards the upside is because of the trend alignment tables. Good. So now that I got that off the chest right now, okay, I've explained to you all why we have done that and how we are doing this. What I also want you all to take away from this is that when you all look at such things also, you must have a clear logic why you're taking the trade, why you're staying in the trade, why you're scaling out, which is what I did just now as well. All you must understand. What are you clearly looking to capture? And I see a lot of clients that come to us, they don't know that. They don't have it all drafted out very clearly like that, okay? So it's very, very important that you have to look at all those things, all right? And you got to write that all out on your rules. One thing that we do have on our side, which helps us with the clarity and aligning all of this with stats backing us up, is the framework of the strategy. So for example, if you see, we got on every time frame, if you take a look over here, on every time frame, we got our tops and bottoms quantified. So this is the most important thing, right? So from here, then I can get my stats table. Then I'm trading based on probabilities with conviction. This is what gives us conviction. And that's how you can see also on our YouTube channel, when we take a lot of those live trades, it's not the most prettiest ones. Some of them will come so near to our stop loss and then they will reverse back and go to all the way to our target as well, okay? So you can see all of that, how we manage it. Most important thing is to always reflect on how the professionals, how are we managing it and how are we looking at the trades basically, okay? So this is what we should be looking at. It's getting a bit of a lift off at the moment, as you can see over here. Has it taken out its last high again? 24082, 82. Yeah, it just matched it. But we'll see how it carries on. Now, the other thing, I just want to quickly flick through, but I'm just being aware of time before I go on to our topic for today, which is silver and euro. Let me see. Silver. It's not confirmed it's high. I wanted to confirm it's high first. And euro dollar, it's still consolidating, isn't it? On that side there. There was one that we all saw, traders. Was it on silver, was it? Let me check the 1 hour. Yeah, it's not really on the gold. No, gold wasn't as well. It looks like, but it's right a little bit. This is like a little bit of false breakout, isn't it? On the 15-minute, what am I getting here? Will I do it? Will I get it? Could get something here. Let me just quickly check. 0.878, $64.46. I think we can get something here. I might take a look at this later. 22, so 40, perfect. If I do get it daily, but then we saw that I think it was not matching, wasn't it? Yeah, this is the issue. The trend wasn't matching very well. It's okay. We're just not getting it. It's okay. Sometimes it's best to step aside if you're not really getting it. But it looks all right. So let me just quickly take a look on gold as well. This is just hovering there. It's not getting a big boost of volume, isn't it? Brent is what we are looking at just now. Yeah, Brent is what we're looking at. I think Brent might be giving us actually a clear signal at the moment. If it does take out that, we can do it actually. I might take a look at Brent, really, traders. Let me see. I might take a look at Brent. Now, before that, let me see. Brent, and then we'll go on to the topic swiftly. So yeah, so Brent is perfect here. Let me see on the Brent, what is it doing here? Yeah, the BRO is towards the downside. I'll quickly flick through. This is the only issue, isn't it? The trend is all not aligning in most of them. Yeah. Only yeah, the trend is not aligning in most of them. It's only the stretch if we really do want to squeeze a trade in, I think the most we can do is from here and from there towards the downside, isn't it? Has it done its range for the day? 160. This is $1.03. 160. I think the only thing I can look at is probably this. When is this going to close? This is going to close in about 3 minutes. I think it could. Only from here, low, 15 cents, right? Is what I am. 16 cents. If I take a look at this, the low, 64.97 minus 15, 64, 82, 64.82 is what we are looking at, okay? If it does close towards there, I'll take a look at this in 3 minutes time. It's not the best of the setups, and I've not aligned it, but we can see, those of you who are interested in taking that, you can see how that carries on to be. Now, coming on to today's topic on how to look at supply and demand zones, wasn't it? That was the topic for today on terms of the how to identify supply and demand zones, right? Now, this is very similar to what we took a look at before. In terms of supply and demand zones are the place where basically you can also merge with your support and resistance lines, okay? The demand is where then it starts to buy, the professional money start to buying it from, and then it starts to shoot up. And then the supply is when there's too much supply than demand, then it starts to sell, okay? From that particular point. Right, so this is the main one that we are then looking at. So now, how do we identify them? How do we trade them? What are they? First, what you can do to look at them is places where it's consolidating or rejecting. So you see, for example, here's a very good example. Okay, if you take a look at this, in terms of its supply and demand or support and resistance zones, and you can do this on any time frame. If you see, whenever it's looking to come up above the 65.56 cent level, we can see that it's getting rejected. You see? Right? It's coming up, but it's getting rejected. Again, it did this, right? Rejected, right? Okay, no demand basically, and that's why it's selling. So supply, too much supply, no demand, and then it's just getting rejected and selling. Okay. Now, on the flip side, okay, towards this low here, that is the first time it's crossed it. So we can see now if it's going to take that or not, okay? But it looks like if you take a look on the downside over here, okay, on this one here where it touched it, we can see that it has gone below a bit more on that. But it's been oscillating, but the last one it took out was this level here. Now, once it takes out this level here, then I know that the probability is towards the downside, as I said, because it's taken that last range, okay, the last range out of it. So therefore, it will be towards the downside, higher probability, okay? That's what we are always looking out for, okay? This is why I was taking a look at this particular trade. In fact, I think I'll put this in the signal as well. Just do it on one here. Market execution. I will sell, and in towards the high, 65.64. We will take a look at, okay, and we will see how that plans out to be. Close 65.04, isn't it? Sell stop 65.04. Okay, I'll place that one there. And towards the target, what I will look at is the ATR number, which is 65.04 minus 19 cents, okay? 65.04 minus 19 cents, okay? 64.85 is what I'm taking a look at. So let me just do that here. So resting order there. I'll put that out as a signal as well. Let's see how we do that one. 64.82, okay, is what I'm going to be taking a look at. This 64.85. Beg my pardon on that one. Modify. Okay, good. So we got all that based on the 180R target. Now, where was I? So I was talking about supply and demand zones. We will manage all of this on the Telegram channel. So those of you on there, you can see how we are managing it and coming out of the trade. Now, in terms of this, what I'm taking a look at the moment, so supply and demand zone, what are they? I did explain that to you. Another way of looking at supply and demand zones, we always here Master the Markets, we look at the last swing highs and lows, and we combine that, as I just showed you, with the support and resistance levels, which will coincide with your supply and demand zone. So that's the first point what we look at, okay? What is it? Now, the second thing is why look at them? Because why is that, as you can see, at the demand zones, when there is high demand, we can look into buying them and read it properly. Or when there's supply, then we can start to look into selling them. But we don't do that just blindly. We look at it from a strong strategy perspective, okay? In terms of your strategy construction rules, what does your rules tell you? Why you're entering it, where should you be exiting it, and then to that you must go back to the 5 components of your strategy, which is basically your entry, stop loss, and target. The first thing, concept, objective, entry, stop loss, target, and then finally risk management. So all these 5 components, these are the same things that I spoke about in the STA lecture as well that I did for the their students, your diploma students recently also. Okay, so this is what on the why side, why we should be looking at them and how we should be aligning them towards taking a trade. But then finally, if I want to go a bit more detail into how is what we've been showing you in terms of one strategy example based on the stretch over here. Okay, so you can see now, if I want to break it down for you, so you can see here that now, in terms of the supply and demand zones, I can see that, you know, it's breaking this point here and then coming back down is resisting, okay? And then also on top of that, I had a confirmation of that top as well, okay? So it tells me that, you know, it's not going through that area. And then the other thing that I also take a look at is towards entry is an exit is that it took out this range just recently, the range for the day, okay? The range for the day. What do I mean by the range for the day is of this bar, right? So as of now, that's the high and that's the low, okay? But of course, either way can be taken out. So that's what I'm looking at. And then I'm aligning everything together. And I'm saying that, oh, if this range has been taken out with a signal coming in at the confirmation here, then I'm saying that there's a higher probability we'll get to his 180R level here because it's been backed by stats. We looked at open equity data. And how do you look at the open equity data over here? You can take a look over here. Your open equity data here, right? I can see 180R, I see 66% of the time it will get there, right? And then also you see this is a good one. This is my textbook. I really love this kind of setups. The volume spiked as well. And then now I'm getting more towards the downside. But the range has been taken out. When the range has been taken out, traders, when the range of the day has been taken out, all it means is that there's a higher probability that the upside, right? Okay, so at the moment that's your up, and then that's towards the down. Your upside will become the stretch for the day. Okay, that's all it means. Okay, that's how the opening range breakout got very popularized back in the days by Toby Crabo, a very big billion-dollar hedge fund trader. Okay, good traders. So I guess we got both these trades running at the moment. We got this. I know I didn't position size it properly, but just to give you an example, that's on the Brent. That's towards the towards our going towards our profit over there, and then our DAX is on a little bit of a loss over there. It's still not doing it, is it? And that's why I don't like those kind of trades, as I mentioned. But we'll stick with it. We'll see whether it does do it. As I said, it's got to form its range through the stretch. Okay, we'll stick with that, and we'll see how that plans out to be. Other than that, I would say these are the two things that we have looked at today. The other one was on the silver, still not getting anything. Euro dollar, this could be one and it's taken out the upper stretch as well. Okay, if you all want to look at that, you could. Yeah, this is another one that you can take a look at that towards the upside, bigger range from open, but I'll wait for a 15-minute to confirm, okay, which you might do at the end of this hour. I guess that's that. From me over here, I'll manage this DAX and the Brent oil trade. As you can see, it's still dancing around the DAX. Still a little bit testing our patience, I guess, but that's how the game goes, right? On the other one, Brent, we'll wait and see, but so far looking good in terms of probability wise. Okay, do the trend alignment tables as well. Not the best of trades that we are getting on today. I know this is towards the upside, it's saying, but I'm just capturing it towards the stretch principle alignment and a range. Okay, so that's all I am doing at the moment. Okay, good. So I think we got all of that, traders, right, in terms of the traits and everything so far what we have. Now, the final reminders, what I will tell you guys before we conclude, and some reminders is that 7steps2ctp.com is the one that you guys can take a look at, okay? And once you put in all your details, then you can get in our 7-part video series, watch it at your own free time, really highly valuable. The good thing over here, you must understand that whatever we teach is, it's not rigid, okay? You can apply it to any kind of strategy, okay? It's not rigid. It's a framework with solid principles, and principles are always cross-transferable. They are not specific, okay? Specifics will change, but principles won't change, okay? That's one. And the other thing is our YouTube channel, youtube.com/master the markets, right? So that's the other one that you can also take a look at. Once you subscribe, hit the all bell icon. So in that way, you will get the notifications whenever we go live, okay? So that you don't miss it out. Or you can watch it also later on as well. You can put the watch later sign as well. Now, one video that I did mention that you guys can take a look at, one was on the home page, was the stretch principle videos. This one here. So on the first row, where we have said must watch, there are really great videos, but I will definitely urge you all to see this one first, the stretch principle, right? Which is based on how we take the strategies for now. And then on the live section, also take a look at the trend alignment tables as well. Okay, this one here, all right? That we have done. So this will help you, make you understand more the strategy. It's got very popular now as well, because ever since we've been publishing all the trades, people are more interested in learning this also. Right, and because it's very systematic, it's very logical, right? And I've got some clients who started to do it on many more instruments. They show me the spreadsheets and everything. Is amazing, their progress and all of that. It's just that with our time over here available at Master the Markets, we're doing it more on end of day. But intraday, if we get more helpers in terms of traders want to trade this, then we can definitely expand this. You can open up an intraday room and all that. So if you're interested in that, do email us at clientservice@masterthemarkets.net. As long as you've got any further in-depth questions, also email us as well. Okay, good. So that's that one there. And then the final thing was, yes, those of you have been asking us about how do you get hold of SMI and VSA and all of that. You can actually, how do you get hold of this page? You can go to our website. You know, our website at the moment, if you just type in the URL, masterthemarkets.net, you can get to our website here. Now, on the Google search, I don't know, there's some issues. We are looking to solve it. IT team is looking to solve it. But in terms of the menu, you can see SMI and VSA. If you want to get both of that, then you can get that from here. And then you can go on to here, read through it, and then you can get that at your own free time, okay? I guess that's pretty much that. I think I've told you all most things. Now, the last thing, which is what I want to mention, was basically the 18th and 19th of July, right? 18th and 19th of July is when we are looking to do an in-person event. It will be the annual summit, Elite Trades Mastermind annual summit. We're looking to do in London. We'll send out the emails very shortly. Me and Gavin will be looking at doing that. So if you guys are available for that, that'd be great. It'd be nice to see you all in flesh and blood, rather than always seeing each other in a Zoom virtual place, where some of you might be thinking, oh, is this really Thiru, or is it an AI construct, right? So, so those are all great opportunities for you all to get involved with as well. In terms of the DAX, still around that area. Wait patiently on that. Brent, what's happening on Brent? I did realize that on Brent, I had not put the trade on the Brent oil here. So let me do that once I come out of this, or should I just do it here? Yeah, Brent oil. Am I having the match of the trades over here? 65. Yeah, let me take a look at it later on. Okay, so I think I'm getting it over here, 6530. Yeah, that's the one. So if I do the signal here, let me just get it off my chest. And here, if I take a look over here, 65.04 is what we're looking at, isn't it? Right, traders? So sell, if I do it as a signal, 65.04, oops, 65.04. And if I take a look at our stop loss, 65.64, so that you guys get it on the Telegram channel. If the boys can also, those of you are asking about how to get on the Telegram channel, you can take a look at. I'll look at the questions finally, if there's any questions or not. I think the main things that have come, I think I've answered most of them at the moment. Okay, 65.04, 65.60, what is he saying, 65.38. Let me just quickly take a look at that. Brent futures, isn't it? Is what? Yeah, 65.04, isn't it? This is the wrong one. At the moment, yeah, I think it's this one here. So 65.04. Just need to put it on the right one. And then 65. Those of you who've got a Trade Nation account already, so that would be good. You can look through the message that we have pinned over there, and then you can get your hands on that. It'd be easier for you all to copy over rather than having any price discrepancies. Okay, so you can look at that. So this one is not allowing me. I will, or you can do it as a trade, and I can submit that. Okay, so you will have that now. And let me quickly amend that so that you guys got the stop loss and the target there as well. Okay. Okay, good. So I think we got most of it there. We'll wait and see how that all plans out to be. And also on the DAX as well. We will wait and see how that all carries out to be. All right, traders, I guess that with that, we will end off the webinar over here. Great session for you guys to revisit the content and see how you can also apply this also on your strategy as well. Traders, that's all from us for now. That's a wrap. And usually we go on Wednesday and Thursday, as I usually say, but today, Tuesday and Fridays. Okay. Other than that, next week we'll be back as normal. But for this week, later on in the week, we'll go on Friday as well with the Trade Guider team over there. Traders, that's pretty much that from us. As we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master. Take care and bye for now.